Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as a Collector 75. Welcome back to another Transformers review. For this review I am going to be doing the Autobot Small Pretenders. I'm filming this right after I've done my Decepticon Small Pretenders, because there they are still. Yeah, so I thought I'd just get these all done at the same time. I don't know what order I'll be uploading these in, because I don't always upload my videos in the order that I usually record them. Don't ask me why I do that. Anyway, let's get on with it, because that's what you're watching it for, obviously. Right, I'm going to start off with the figure that I actually don't like the most, even though I read in a book that most people like this one more than the others, but we'll see. This is, of course, Doubleheader. As you can see here, he's got two heads. All of these strange small ones are a little bit different than the main ones because they've all got some sort of difference about them, apart from maybe one, I don't know. Oh, pardon me. Yep, so this is Doubleheader. He's got two heads. That's about it, really. He's got an average, you know, an okay sort of Pretender shell, a few paint apps and that, but you know, it's all right. It's not bad, I suppose. The head will move, and he comes with this nice white gun, again in that sort of like flexible white plastic. Bit annoying. This is his little backpack, which if you don't have the backpack, there's no way you can form the alt mode for the robot. Pretty much the same on all of these figures. Very, very annoying. The time it took me to just get this off eBay, I'm still missing his small gun. I just can't find fucking one. Right, yeah, I'm going to obviously show you the robot now. And this is probably one of the worst ones, probably next to Longtooth, but I actually like Longtooth, so we'll come to that in a minute. Right, anyway, hang this guy up, get the little robot out. Fold that back up, because otherwise I'll end up with bits all over the side. There we go. Right, so this is how he looks inside the shell, half transformed. So we're going to now transform him fully into vehicle mode. Right, so we fold these up around here. That is it. Then you get this thing, and you have to. There's a little tab just there, and there's a little hole just there, and then his little toes will fit through the gaps just there, and just stick that on. And that is Doubleheader. Is it? I want to stick onto, well, bloody fucking things. Anyway, but that is Doubleheader in vehicle mode. He's a little ship of, you know, like two sort of cockpitted ship. He's got this giant landing gear, which to put it away, you just fold like that. Oh dear, it's terrible. I really do not like it. I think if you have the gun, you can probably put the small little gun somewhere. Still not a great one, to be honest. Right, to transform it, just take that off. That just hangs around, or you can stick it back on the shell if you like. Flip out the legs, like that. Flip back down the arms, like that. As you can see, the landing gear actually are the forearms. And then there's a little, sort of like little bit back here, and you push the head up using that. Just make sure the head comes up all the way. If you had the tiny little gun, I suppose it would go on. There's a little hole just inside the hand there, that would where the little gun would go. And that is Doubleheader in robot mode. And it's okay as small little robots go, but I'm not a fan of it, if I'm honest. No. And as far as I know, the only time these guys actually appeared in the comic was in one issue of the Matrix Quest back in G1. Yeah, because they were just throwaway characters, really. Right, we're going to go with the only one that I had when I was a kid. This is oh, spam everywhere. This is Pincher. Yeah, he's all right. I mean, I got this guy because I like the look of Octopunch, and this was sort of like the. Oh my god! I've just knocked everything down here. It's all going on today. Yeah, he was like the equivalent to Octopunch, but whatever. Has that giant backpack, which without that you've got no chance of forming the alt mode for robot mode. Ridiculous. Comes with that white gun, of course. You can put that down there. He doesn't look too bad actually. I like the shell form of this. He's just stocky geezer, and he's good for punching people in the face. So I did like that, and he was always punching people. I remember that when I was a kid. Right, so to get the guy out of this, we are going to take that off. Take the helmet off, and as you can see, probably the only ginger-haired trans. Yeah, right. So we open that out. Like so. Get the tiny little robot out. Again, form that back up, put the little helmet back on, put the gun back in his hand because I'll forget what gun goes with what guy. Right, so this is how he looks once you get him out. I've probably left his gun in the shell, but I'll get that in a minute. Right, we open up the tail section, and then there's this giant knobbly bit just in there, and then there's a little hole just in there. Probably couldn't see that. Move the arms all the way forward, pop that in there. And there we have Pincher in Scorpion mode, and he's quite a good little Scorpion if I'm honest with you, but only because of the giant backpack. If it weren't for that, there'd be nothing. Unfortunately the claws do not... Oh bloody hell. The claws do not actually open and close, they're all fixed, and you can see the little robot hand is just tucked in there as well. But there we go. Anyway, right, so we open it up like that, get that, throw it down on the floor, or stick it back on the Pretender shell, whatever you prefer. Rotate those, fold out the legs like that, and there we have, and he's actually got a two jointed shoulder, as you can see, which is okay, positioning the arms, and that is Pincher in robot mode. It's okay, it's not too bad. Again, just little flaws, let it down. Let me just get the gun out quickly. As you can see, it's just hidden there, just in his leg. A bit. Oh, fuck me, that just hit me in the eye. Anyway, put that back together, put that on the side. And now we're going to stick that in his little hand. And that is Pincher, fully armed and ready for battle. Yeah, put him down there. Right, and then we go on to Longtooth. This guy I only actually got a few years ago. I had to get this guy off eBay. He cost me about 40 bloody quid, and was he worth it? I don't know. He's alright, but these guys do cost you a lot. I think they're about $6.99 when I remember seeing these in Woolies back when I was a kid. Yes. Anyway, so he's obviously some sort of walrus, yeah, type sort of mutant creature. That's it. And this backpack is obviously going to form the most of the car that he transforms into. So we're going to take that off. There we go. So you can see he's actually quite good. I like these giant bloody teeth that he's got on there. Surprised someone hasn't chopped them off, to be honest. Anyway, split this fella open. There he goes, and there's Longtooth in there. Get this tiny, tiny little bloody gun out. This is why it took me so long to get this guy, because they were always missing that little gun. I eventually got one. He's actually broken off one of the little pegs that hold the shell together, but you'd never notice, so don't bother me. Put that down there. I'm going to put that gun back in his hand, like I said, otherwise I'll forget what gun goes with what. Anyway, so this is Longtooth, as you'll find him in the shell. Now, usually as well, this section here is missing off all of them because it's just on a slide joint. It's not supposed to come off, but it usually does, and that's what's missing. Just going to transform it into vehicle mode. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. It's either an armoured car or it's one of those cars that can go in land and water. I can't remember what they're called. It goes on, much like that. There we go. And it's not bad really. As you can see, the front of it looks like a boat, so I'm pretty certain it will go in the water. I can't remember. But it's okay as armoured cars go, and with like most of the figures, which I don't usually show, you can put the gun just on top there. Yeah, I don't usually show that. I was thinking that just now. Let me just show you what I mean. I didn't show this in my last video. That's Octopunch with the little gun attached, and you can usually do it to all of them. Yeah, he's alright I suppose as little cars go. Anyway, let's transform this. We take this giant section off, if you can get it off, and then leave it on the ground. Flip open the robot legs, flip open this little section back, and that is Longtooth in robot mode. And as little robots go, he's pretty average. Nothing really special about him, to be honest. If you was just to see this guy on its own, you wouldn't know who the fuck it was. Because you usually do see these fellas on eBay missing all the bits for 99p, and no one ever buys them because you can't get the other bits, so what's the fucking point? Anyway, that is Longtooth in robot mode, and they look okay together. Let me just get the little lot of them. That is obviously a group shot of the small Autobot Pretenders in robot mode. they're not a little bad, and very obscure figures. Yeah, but I suppose they're all right in a way. You have to obviously like Pretenders. Some people like them, some people hate them. I can understand that in a way. I like to use my imagination with them though, so I quite like a lot of things that a lot of people don't about Transformers. So not necessarily a bad thing, it's not necessarily a good thing, I suppose. But there we go. Anyway, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you all next time. Bye.